I'm Eric Singer, Gazette.com, and this is Between the Lines. We're continuing our election analysis. We're focusing on the numbers and going beyond the sound bites. Joining me now is political science professor from UCCS, Professor Josh Dunn. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you just got the numbers.
Right.
Reaction to it.
Well, obviously, it was a very good night for John Suthers. I think he outperformed even his own expectations. I think I saw an interview with him last night where he said their polling indicated he was going to get about 40% of the vote. So he got a good 6 or 7% more than that. And so he has to be feeling very good going into the runoff election.
Mayoral runoff strategy,
Right.
Things that people don't think about.
Right. For John Suthers, it's get the people who voted for you this time to the polls again. That means mailing in their ballot again. If he does that, he wins. He doesn't even have to really pick up any votes from Lathan or Miller. If their voters just stayed home, he'd still win the election.
For Mary Lou Makepeace, her strategy.
She's got to gain some significant ground. So that means she's got to pick up some voters somewhere. It's not exactly clear where those voters are going to come from. Maybe some Miller voters, maybe some Lathan voters, but obviously she's kind of been postured as the moderate to liberal candidate in the race, so it's unlikely that many Miller or Lathan voters are going to all of a sudden vote for her in the runoff election. Okay, election turnout, 39.04%. We'll say 39% among friends. Ballots cast, 88,966. Registered voters, 227,911. So was it a successful mail-in ballot? Sure. Nationally, the percentage of voters who participate in city elections is about 20 to 21%. So Colorado Springs vastly outperformed that. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that a high turnout for an election isn't always a good sign. It could be an indication that voters are deeply unhappy, that there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of turmoil in city politics. So that's something to consider as well. Obviously, it's less than the last time in 2011. But if you look at the total raw numbers of voters, it's comparable to what we had in 2011. We have about 75,000 more registered voters now than we did 4 years ago.
All right, and finally, we're going to be talking about an interesting race with the city council. Obviously, we have Tom Strand, we have Bill Murray, and we have Merv Bennett. Jariah Walker was hoping to bring in the young professionals. Where were the young professionals?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I'm not certain if people are going to do some follow-up research to figure out who actually voted, what the demographics were. But I think part of what happened is that the people who did win, particularly those at-large races, the voters looked at them as the kind of candidates that could help repair the relationship between the mayor's office and city council, and so they're happy to vote for them.
All right, and we will have to wait and see. Anything you'd like to add?
No, right now, you just have to feel good if you're John Suthers. The only thing disappointing for him is to come that close to actually winning the election outright and then have to have a runoff election.
All right, thank you very much. Professor Josh Dunn from UCCS giving us his take and an election analysis. With Between the Lines, I'm Eric Singer, Gazette.com.